Yo, it's your boy Target from Global Go Pause. In this video, I'll dive into the Blasters of Ghana versus Wales game that happened today. So stay tuned, a lot coming your way. So the Blasters of Ghana played their third friendly match prior to the World Cup. First, they lost to Austria and then they lost to Germany. And today, they were able to draw against Wales. A lot of people have been talking about the match. Some have lost hope in the Black Stars. Some people are also, still having some hopes in the Black Stars that they can make us proud during the World Cup. Actually, I felt like the game wasn't bad because friendly matches are, organized to try your players, especially if you have new players in the team. And for Ghana, we have a new coach. So this game was actually the first game for the coach. For the coach to be on the touchline, coaching the Blasters players. We have a lot of new faces in the team. So this was an opportunity for the coach to actually, see how the players will fight for the badge. So I thought it was a good opportunity. So I was focused on the positive, not really thinking about the results that much. But then, hey, 1-1 wasn't that really bad. So looking at the first half, I felt like Wales really played amazing football that, I was asking myself, why didn't they qualify for the World Cup? So looking at some guys that had a really good game, and I think we should watch out for them for the World Cup, is the right back. For some time, the right back position has been a problem for the Black Stars, especially we were relying on Ali Seidu, and then he had an injury, and since he came back, we are not, seeing some stability at the right back position. So Caleb was being played as a right back during Otto Addo's time, which we Ghanaians were complaining. But I feel like now we are close to having a stable number two. Sinaya had a great game today. Stability. He was, going on the counter, trying to support Isaku, but bro, that guy was fantastic today. So I feel like I have hope in our right back. Now the problem is the left back. I think Gideon Mensah had an okay game today. I wasn't 100% impressed, but then I felt like he could have done better. And I don't blame him because the guy who was playing at the seventh position had pace. He was sharp. I don't remember if it was Nico Williams, but then that or James. I think I've forgotten the least guy. He was he was just pressing and he had pace. He was clinical, so he was really struggling. So going into the World Cup, I don't know what the coach is going to do. I think that Gideon Mensah might still make it to the first 11 or would start at the left back, but then he has to set up because if he meets a winger that is also fast, that would be a trouble at the left back. So that is what Carlos Queiroz should do something about at the left back position. The next player I want to talk about is Nyama. Nyama has been out because of injury and has played, I think, just 2 or 3 games for his club side. Coming into this World Cup squad list, people were saying, he had been out for a while, so we didn't even have hope in him. But then what he did today shows that, a talented footballer is so a talented footballer. He has the football IQ, and he is one player that can hold ball and press with the pace that he has. I feel like going into the World Cup, he might make it to the first 11 because of what he did. Look at the goal he gave. Caleb scored, but then looking at the 1-2 from the middle and then pressing, taking on players, and then I think he shot, but then it was saved. I think we need more of that going into the World Cup. So I feel like his performance today, I think he needs more training, to keep up with the high pace of the games because he has been out for a while. The left wing, he might start while Isahaku would come from the bench based on the performance that he had. I think he had a better game than Isahaku, even though Isahaku had the longer, time today. But then I feel like he had a really good game and he should, in my opinion, start in our first game with Panama. One player I would also say he played well today. I think our 4 and 5, Jerome Opoku and Ajete today had a very good game. They communicated very well today. It was unfortunate that when the goal happened, he couldn't mark Luis. That was a miscommunication. The confidence in the Blasters for Ajete is improving. He didn't really make silly mistakes as he did during the friendly games against Germany and Austria. So I think that is a positive sign. Going into the World Cup, now that we do not have Jiku, coach might hold on to these two to be our starters in our first game against Panama. One department that I also want to talk about is the goalkeeping department. I think Atisigi did really good today. He had some good saves today. And right now, I don't know, the debate about who will start is now dicey because first we thought Benjamin Asari, but looking at the performance Atiziki had today, it was amazing. It was superb. So I think that the number one position for the Blasters now is dicey. I don't see how Benjamin Asari might start in our game against Panama based on performance in this Wales game. Then I think Atizigi deserves to start in the World Cup, even though personally I would have preferred Benjamin Asari. And one thing I also realized in Benjamin Asari's game is that Benjamin Asari is now losing that confidence to start play from the back. I think based on the previous game against, Germany, that there was a mistake when he passed the defender and then that led to us conceding. Ghanaians, I think I blame Ghanaians because I think Ghanaians have now killed that confidence of Benjamin Asari starting the ball from the back. And I think starting the ball from the back as a goalkeeper is a skill that is needed in modern football. Right now, keepers don't really just clear the ball, just play without even passing the ball from the back. Now, top keepers start games. If you work with coaches like Pep, you have to start the game from the back. Try to create spaces so that you don't just lose the ball. But then if you realize today Benjamin Asari was just, ballooing the ball, he didn't want to try any pass from the back because of what happened in the previous game, which personally I feel like that is not a positive thing. It's sometimes players make mistakes, and if you even take a close look at that game, that pass wasn't his fault. It was the defender's fault because he opened up and then he lost the ball. So I feel like that is something the goalkeeping department, they need to try and see what they can do about it. I wish that the coach will start these young players, and Eshiyama, Caleb, they should start again so that we can see what they can bring to the team, not just coming in the second half, give them the opportunity to start. And right now, I feel like Partey's energy is not as the Partey we knew, and I didn't really see that today. I think Kwesi Sibo had a very good game. He stabilized the midfield when he came in. So I think in our next game, we should try and pair Kwesi Sibo with Caleb and see how that goes. In the next game, if we are able to organize the next friendly match before the World Cup, the coach should give the new guys opportunity so that we can know whether this team is capable of making it out of the group stages. Yeah, overall, I think today's game wasn't that bad, especially the second half. We all saw the energy the new players brought to the game. Brandon Asante, Inaki. I didn't really see much of Inaki Williams. I don't want to be biased. I don't want to say that he didn't get enough time. At least he got more than 10 minutes. But then at that time, I think what we were doing was just, defending and then trying to retrieve the ball. So I didn't really see much from him. So let's see maybe in the next game if they can start all these players so that we can know the best first 11 to select against Panama, because Panama wouldn't be an easy game. They would want to win because they think we are the easy country in that group, just as we as Ghanaians, we're also thinking. So we don't have to underrate that game. So I wish the Blasters the very best, and kudos today, even though we were supposed to win this game, but it happens. As I said, I'm looking out for the positives. All right, this is the end of this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section, whether Ghana had a good game. Which player do you think had the best game today? And let me know what you think moving forward. to the next game, who should make it to the first 11 for the game against Panama. Like, share, and if you are new, please hit the subscribe button. It will help me to create new authentic content for you. Global goal pause, fill the pause. Let's go.